Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen one more time. I am very excited to show you these wonderful and delicious cookies, which I have named Victoria's cookies. These cookies are dedicated to my unborn granddaughter, a baby granddaughter, and she will be my first granddaughter, and my husband and I and all the family are very excited because she will be born in a few weeks. So we cannot wait to meet her. That is why now I can share the recipe, and they are delicious. I hope you will enjoy them as much as we have enjoyed them for a few months. I did a lot of changes to this recipe, and finally I can say that this is it, that I'm not adding or removing any of the ingredients because they are delicious the way they are. The main ingredients that we're going to use for these cookies are sprouted oats. One of the reasons why I like to use sprouted grains instead of the regular grains is because sprouted grains are easier to digest. The germination process actually breaks down some of the starch. One of the reasons why it is recommended that all legumes, grains, nuts, and seeds are soaked in water for a few hours to remove the phytic acid. And what is phytic acid after all? Well, that is what is commonly known as anti-nutrients. And one of the problems with eating too many anti-nutrients is that they interact with the absorption of important vitamins and minerals. So they diminish actually the absorption of calcium, for example. The ingredients besides the sprouted oats, it's almond milk. Now, if you check into my channel, I do make my own almond milk. We also need 3 cups of almond flour. Now, I also do my own almond flour because I haven't found any almond flour that is organic, and it's very simple to make. You just put the almonds, raw almonds, in a high-speed blender. We also need organic vanilla extract, chia seeds, either white or black chia seeds, a little bit of salt, cocoa butter. Now, there's no dairy here. If you don't know what cocoa butter is, the cocoa butter is basically the fat of the cocoa beans. It is used to make chocolate, so if you smell it, it smells like chocolate. But if you try it, it's not sweet at all, it's just fat. And we also need maple syrup, chocolate chips. These are non-dairy because Victoria's cookies are 100% vegan, so these cocoa chips are 60% cocoa. One of the good things about these cookies is that if you don't have a mixer, you don't have to. Today I'm going to show you how to make them by hand. So let's make Victoria's cookies together. So I have this big bowl, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the ingredients. I already have the oats here, so now I'm going to add the almond flour. I have the cocoa butter, but you have to melt it before. The chia seeds, which are very rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Now the maple syrup. The order of the ingredients doesn't really matter. A little bit of the vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and then the milk. Finally, I'm just gonna add the chocolate chips. That's it. I'm gonna mix everything. You're gonna end with a dough like this. And this is ready to make the cookies and put them in a baking sheet. If you have seen other of my videos, you will notice that I always use parchment paper that hasn't been bleached with chlorine. The reason why is that this is going to the oven, and some of the chlorine may leach into the food due to the heat. That's why I prefer something natural. The size of the cookies is up to you. I actually make them quite big so that I only have one, maximum two, if it's my day of running. Because even though these cookies are very healthy, they are very rich in calories. So as you can see, this is more or less the size that I make them, and I just put them here. The cookies are ready to be put in the oven. You have to set the oven at 375 degrees for about 15 minutes. Now make sure not to overcook your cookies. Cookies are ready and they are still warm, which is why I'm not gonna put the lid. I don't recommend that you store them in the fridge, so just store them at room temperature. And they are crispy on the outside, and I can see that they are soft on the inside. So give it a try, give me your comments. These Victoria's cookies are delicious, and I want to know what you think about them. Bon appetit, and see you next week. Bye.